My name is Anthony Oakes.
And I'm Patrice Deveaux. And this is the Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice.
Create a space where we could, discuss Black content creators and providers and consumers of Black content.
Welcome to Black Think Tank with Anthony and Patrice. It's a holiday special. Woo!
Happy whatever you celebrate, everybody. Wait, before we go any further, before we even start catching up on the stuff that we need to catch up with, because we have been gone for 2 weeks. You know how Black people, we take a break, we gonna go on break. We need to get the squad in here. I feel like we need to get the squad in here.
Let me say the magic words. Abracadabra. Booyah!
Look at you using them superpowers already, Anthony. Yes.
That's your superpower.
Well, you got to use them up, too, because I heard if you don't use them, you'll lose them.
Haywood Tracie, our favorite Black love couple at the Black Think Tank with Anthony, Patrice, the squad. How y'all doing? I missed y'all beautiful faces. We missed y'all beautiful faces.
You're doing good.
Hey, happy solstice.
Happy winter solstice. Haywood's been trying to get me pregnant during the winter solstice, but I haven't been allowed.
Okay, all right.
Or at least having fun practicing. I don't know.
Well, it can never be from now on. Nothing else is leaving the cheaters.
This is the best time to play.
I love people like y'all who gonna just be fruitful and multiply. I'm with the people who one and done or two and through. That's definitely
a whole fruit salad. That's a whole fruit salad.
Yeah, this is the best time to play.
What have y'all been up to?
Well, me and Anthony just came from one of the most lit parties of 2020 last night on a Monday, and it was virtual. Let me tell you something. If all virtual parties, that was my first time going to one. If all virtual parties could be as termed as the birthday party that was thrown for Rashawn the Don, Rashawn Goss-White, one of our really, a friend of the show. She's family to the show. But when I tell you DJ Chanel B was in there playing all the things that you knew you wanted to hear.
It was
sweat off my eyelashes and some more stuff. Listen.
Patrice had a background. She looked like she was on Basketball Wives of Miami. It was so Florida. It was so fun though. That was really fun.
I promise you, if all virtual parties are like that, I might never leave the house again because you ain't have to worry about no DUIs. The worst you was gonna do was trip up the steps.
It was great, but happy birthday to Rashawn. She is definitely a friend of the show. We love her. She always support. She comes to the comedy campfires, all of them that she took pictures. She's really a blessing. I'm glad that we got a chance to express, our love for her because it was lit.
It was lit. AKA the Pit Girl. She is the Pit Girl.
Oh, happy birthday, Rashawn. And happy birthday to all the Sagittarius folks out there. My sister just had a birthday on December the 19th. Shout out Nikki D and Anthony Oakes and his partner Kevin. A lot of dope Sages out there. So we are here celebrating Kwanzmas. But with that being said, we know this is, the time of the year when people do a lot of shopping. And of course, we want to celebrate Black businesses and keep that Black dollar circulating. Ain't that right, Anthony?
Oh, she's always a Black dollar. That's what I live by. And that's why we always have a segment called Black Business Shout Out.
Black business shout out. Black business shout out. Hey. Welcome to the Black Business Shout Out with Tracie Turnipseed. Support your Black businesses.
Hey, so speaking of birthdays, today we're going to celebrate the Holistic Life Foundation's birthday as well. That is our Black business. They're actually an organization, nonprofit, out of Baltimore, Maryland. It's run by Ali Ottman and Andy. Ali and Ottman are actually brothers. Andy, I believe they went to college with him. It's a nonprofit organization committed to nurturing and supporting underserved communities. They do this through helping children cope with their behavioral and their issues and their PTSD living in underserved communities in Baltimore by teaching them yoga, mindfulness, and self-care. They have skills to help regulate their own behavior. They work with kids who witness violence and different things going on in their community. I was listening to their TED Talk. They recently, in the last year, they had a TED Talk, and they were talking about how a lot of times we don't call Black neighborhoods, inner city neighborhoods, we call them the hood because all the neighbors have moved out. And so what they want to do is bring a sense of community, not only to the children so they can learn how to cope with different issues, but also to their parents and to adults. And so if you go to their website at hlfinc.org, you'll find out that they have tons of different programs that you can actually sign up to do. I found two different ones. One was the Holistic Roots Mentor Program, where someone is assigned, or you can go and you can contact the organization and you can ask to actually mentor one of the students. Now, these students are moving from elementary school to middle school and high school, and they want to make their transition smooth. So they want someone to pick them up early on in middle school. There's an actual application that you can go and fill out on their website. And then another thing that I found was really interesting was their workforce development. They go away for a week. They take a entire mindfulness yoga class. They learn safety. They're taught yoga, anatomy, and they're also taught, of course, mindfulness and how to share yoga with others. And then they're taught this so that they can go out and share it in their communities as well. So this is a great organization. And since they hit their 19th birthday, their 19th birthday, you can go and you can actually donate on their site at hlfinc.org. So go and check out the Holistic Life Foundation. Hopefully one day we can actually have them on the show. They're an awesome group of brothers. I actually went to college with them myself. Ottman used to play Maryland basketball for Maryland, and his whole life changed when he decided he wanted his neighborhood to be better. So he stopped basketball and they started the Mindfulness Project.
Yeah, it's really cool. They started doing yoga and really just started I met them a couple of times. I hung out with them a couple of times. And they've been featured on CBS News and featured in newspapers.
They were just on
the Breakfast Club too, right? Weren't they on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember reading an article about this earlier, and they were saying that they were adapting this in some of the inner city schools because it brings down how many times like the kids get in trouble. Because it shows them how to they learn
meditation.
That's
a great way to put it.
Exactly. Escalation and things of that nature, and they say that they meditate, and it really calms the kids down. So I'm all for it. I would love to have them on the show, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think they started by going up to their elementary school into their neighborhood, and they just asked the teachers how they would feel about doing yoga in the classes. And the teachers reported after about 3 months, they saw a change in behavior of all the children who exhibited issues coming to school and being able to learn without having other things go on and bother them in their lives while they're trying to learn. So
yeah, and more schools are taking this kind of stuff on, mindfulness and meditation, and actually holistic, which is the whole person.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Holistic Life
Shout out to our men.
Shout out to Holistic Life. That was amazing.
The Opman boys, the Opmans.
So y'all know this is Black Think Tank, and it's blackity, black, 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 black. So, you know, I feel like with all holidays, there's always this dichotomy of what Black people celebrate and what everybody else celebrates. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how we celebrate it. It's always different. We always do different things. Historically, we celebrate differently because, I mean, we just had to, because those were the cards that were dealt to us.
Yeah, a piece of pork, some lard, and maybe some black eyed peas.
A couple tablespoons of sugar.
Let me give you what I should have been giving you all year long on this holiday, just to keep this master servant thing going.
And speaking of that, you know, we always like to know where we come from so we can know where we are going. I mean, we literally started off, you know, back in the day, and then now we're here at Kwanzmas. I mean, at Kwanzaa, where we, you know, pretty much created our own holiday. But in order to fully understand that, you know, we have to bring up Uncle Historian.
Black history, black herstory. You have to know where you're from to know where you're going. Uncle Historian, Haywood.
Hey. I feel like I need my glasses. Uncle Historian. So, what is Kwanzaa? To actually understand Kwanzaa, we have to actually understand the history of African Americans and throughout slavery, how slavery was celebrated, how Christmas was celebrated during slavery. Christmas was celebrated during slavery, and you can actually check this out on the History Network. They recently, just yesterday, put out a really great article on how slaves celebrated during that time. During that time, field slaves were actually allowed, given the plantation that they worked upon, were given time off. So this is the time where this is the ending of the harvest. This is the solstice. This is exactly what this is. It's the end of harvest and the beginning before we actually plant and prepare for the next crop. So during that time, slaves were given time off and given maybe a bottle of whiskey, given some clothes, given some food, and they were given time to go hang out with family or friends, or up to 8 days off. Imagine that, 8 days off as a slave. Now this is the field Negro that we were talking about.
That's
because during this time, the house Negro would actually have to work more, because if that plantation owner was a plantation owner of note, then let's say they were the Washingtons, they would celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. And the slaves that were inside of the house now had triple the work, depending on the amount of guests that were there. So this is the time where you have your house slaves who are now working harder than ever, because we always hear that the house slaves have it easy. But then you have your field slaves who are having just a little bit of time off, right? Also at this time, this would be the time where entrepreneurial slaves, or people who really, really, really were focused on their freedom, would take this time to run away. Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman on Christmas Eve, she heard her brothers were going to be sold the day after Christmas. She traveled from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Maryland and made sure that her three brothers got away. Then you also have the Crafts, Ellen and William. This is an amazing story. They, from Macon, Georgia, they came up with a plan to take train and steam and make it to Philadelphia to get their freedom. This is a married couple, but the woman was lighter than the man, and she pretended to be the mistress. He pretended to be the slave throughout their whole entire journey, and they skirted away to freedom. So I say entrepreneurial slaves because if you ever remember Roots had the Roots the Gift, and during Roots the Gift, one of the slaves got away while Fiddler and Kunta kind of pretended to be drunk and having a good time. So I say that to say, this is the history of Christmas in America for the African in the diaspora. From this moment, from this time in history, and if you notice my shirt, it says Black history. Our story didn't start with slavery. It just kind of interrupted our story. It's the intermission.
Say that shirt again.
Say it again.
Our story didn't start with slavery. It's just the intermission. If you saw Hamilton, you know what I'm talking about. You got to take 5 minutes. Well, in our case, it took 400 years. Hopefully you got your powers during this solstice. So speaking of getting our powers during this solstice, in 1966, a gentleman by the name of, now I have to say his name correctly, Karenga, Dr. Manalua Karenga. And Manalua means master teacher. Karenga means, what is it? I forget this, and I should not forget this, keeper of tradition. He came up with his own tradition. This is in 1966, after the LA riots of 1965. He was actually, that his brother was born in Maryland, one of 14 brothers and sisters. And I say this brother, he is a doctor, and he has a storied story. You need to look him up before you actually need to look him up and get his whole entire story. It's very, very interesting. He joined CORE. He worked with the group. He created a group called Us. They fought with the Black Panthers, and there's this whole COINTELPRO thing. And then there's some jail time. What's a good Black story with that? So I say that to say, from his throughout his studies, where he learned about himself, and this is prior to jail time, he created the tradition of Kwanzaa. If you see behind Patrice Deveaux right there, you will see a Kanara. You will see the elements of Kwanzaa. So what we have in Kwanzaa, like many holidays, and I will say Christmas is a made-up holiday. It is made up during the Council of Nicaea. The gentleman known as Constantine, who was the ruler, he and his folks came up with the date and day for Christmas. When was the Christ child born? When will we celebrate it? In order to please the pagans who celebrated still the solstice, they decided on December 25th. And they also decided on Ishtar, and then they brought in the tree and all of these things. You have to understand that the tree goes back to Babylonian times and is actually gifts are put under the tree to represent the sun returning, because the solstice is all about that. It's the shortest day of the year, and it becomes the longest. It leads up to the longest day of the year in the summer solstice, which is in July. But it's the return of the sun all over again, which is in Babylonian times. This is Nimrod. So I say that to say, is Christmas a made-up holiday? It's not in the Bible. Is Hanukkah a made-up holiday? It is not in the Torah. Although if you look in the New Testament, Jesus was at a festival of lights when he turned that water into wine. It's not a wedding. So I'm saying that to say, all of these holidays that we now consider spiritual started being ritual. This holiday of Kwanzaa is a ritualistic presentation in order to have the African in the diaspora connect with our African ancestry. So what Dr. Karenga did was come up with 7 principles. Even the term Kwanzaa, it's a celebration of the first fruits of the harvest. But the way it's spelled, with that additional A, adds 7 letters. So you had 7 letters, you have 7 principles, you have the 7 candles, or the 7, what we'll say, slogans for what they are, all leading to 21. And if you understand knowledge, wisdom, it begins the power of 3 and understanding. So I'm
really guilty because I don't be knowing all of them. Like I know, really, like I don't know if that's black guilt. I know white guilt is, but like I really feel like I should. Like I know Umoja.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows Umoja, which is the first candle you light, which is the black candle that we see behind Patrice in the Kanara. The Kanara. Now all of these things make sense. So Umoja is the candle, which is the unity candle. This is the black candle, and then on the remaining 7 days of Kwanzaa. Now Kwanzaa is actually celebrated 26th through the 1st of the year. It used to float, but it's now celebrated from December 26th through January 1st, so that you do, if you do celebrate Christmas or you do celebrate Hanukkah or the solstice or something else, you don't have to actually give that up. That's some of the stuff that Black people in America go, we do. We have to give up this in order to do this. Well, you have to understand that we are in this time where we're really just trying to find out and be mindful and rebuild our foundations, which is what the makika is all about, the mat that we place the Kanara upon. So the 7 principles are Umoja, Kuji Chagulia. Umoja is unity. Kuji Chagulia is self-determination. This is one of the red candles if you're looking from left to right. Ujima, which is collective works or responsibility. Ujama, which is cooperative economics, i.e. Black business shout out. 5 is Nia, which is purpose. And everyone knows someone named Nia. We all know Nia Long. 6 is Kuumba, which is creativity. And 7 is Imani. And if you don't know someone named Nia, I'm pretty sure you know someone named Imani, which is faith. So what are we saying? You have to have unity and remain self-determined and come together with other like minds and pool your resources and find a purpose. In that purpose, create, and there you will find faith. Because faith without works, as Anthony well knows, is nothing.
Hey! Rondo!
Historian, ladies and gentlemen.
So I say this to say, to me, it's not about the spiritual, it's not about the rituals, it's more about the spirituality. There are 7 symbols of Kwanzaa. There's the mat, there's the candle holder, there are the 7 candles, there is the unity cup, which sounds like the Infinity Gauntlet, which is, I just love hearing about this stuff because it's very the superhero, shamanistic. Then there's the mazal, the first fruits. And then there's corn representing children and prosperity and actually just seeds. Because literally what Kwanzaa did was plant seeds in people's minds that, hey, there's something more than what we've been taught. And as we found out and learned that there was something more than what we've been taught, Pan-Africanism came on and Pan-Africanism took hold. And throughout the Black Power movement of the 70s, which became the movement that Reagan killed in the 80s, which became the hip hop movement of the 90s, which is now the entrepreneurial movement of the new millennium, because I don't care what you say, AOL is still selling internet out of their trunk. Well, AOL don't exist no more, but Google, Facebook, all of these things. It wouldn't be here if it wasn't for hip hop. So I say that to say, in order to know who you are, know where we come from, know that our story did not start with what we've been told. If you choose to look up in the sky and you see Saturn, Jupiter together, and you call that the Christmas star, that's fine too. Just make sure that your mind is crystal clear. Make sure that you're thinking clearly, and make sure that when you drink from that unity cup, that you are sharing water and not bullshit. It's really all that simple. Hey, celebrate what you celebrate. You have the right to celebrate you. And that's all I celebrate in my house. And hey, we have fun. Ujama. I always say at this time. That is self-determination. We always want to thank the ancestors, and we want to thank them while they're here before they leave. And Dr. Karanga is still here. And yes, I will say look him up because there's a story to be told. But beyond that story to be told, we have to tell our story, and we say with our story, Ashe.
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 Ashe. On the first day of Kwanzaa, the colonizer said to me,
and
colors that we call red, black, and green.
A great
What you have to know is red is for the blood.
The collection plate out there. I ain't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say, but I just feel like this is when you circle the collection plate. So if you're new to the Black Think Tank and you were unaware that this is a donation-based show,
you put out the unity cup.
Yes, show us some unity. All right. You can
Come back out in Joma. We put out the unity cup.
And donate at hashtag the Black Think Tank. We will always distribute all of those coins amongst everyone on the show and our special guests. So that was amazing, Haywood.
We need cooperative economics. We need this. We need your economics to cooperate. We know
right.
$6,000.
That's some money so we can spend it on a Black business. Listen, you got to see how, you know what I'm saying, symbiotic this relationship is with us. Like, well,
Dwain is stupid. I see Dwain backstage. He is so crazy. Yo, so I mean, the holidays, there are so many made. I mean, all holidays are made up. Like we make up everything. But there's another tradition, and it's a holiday too, and it's called Festivus, which brings us to our new segment with Patrice.
Wow. You know what? I'm just sick of it.
Don't hold it in,
Patrice.
I'm
really.
It's only gonna get worse if you hold it in.
Can you answer?
Go ahead.
Like why?
Get it out.
Because I'm sick of it all about. And I'm about to say,
he is stupid.
A Festivus for the rest of us. So I celebrate all things Festivus and Kwanzaa. Festivus started as a fictional holiday. If you're familiar with the show Seinfeld, it was introduced on that show, season 9, episode 10, and was created out of disdain for the commercial and false religious aspects of Christmas. I mean, we all know Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. Festivus is observed December 23rd. The Festivus celebration includes an undecorated aluminum Festivus pole in lieu of a tree. I didn't feel like unscrewing my aluminum pole from the ceiling, so we won't have that. Festivus festivities also include performing feats of strength, but most importantly, Festivus is known for the airing of grievances at dinner. But I have a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about it. My first grievance is get out the damn parking space. You people see that someone wants your parking spot that you're leaving. You people will sit with your reverse lights on for 5 minutes while you argue on Facebook, argue with your boo, or find the perfect ride off music. Listen, when in doubt, just pick Drake or Beyonce, okay? And exit the damn Target space, especially during the holidays. When I've been riding around for 15 minutes to get a spot with your rude, selfish, soulless ass. Also, Netflix, y'all got one more time to raise the price. Moving on. To those of you who need emotional support animals, not to be confused with service animals, like a CNI dog or a bomb sniffing dog or a dog that helps find missing white kids. I love them. Thank them for their service. I'm talking about emotional support animals and their owners who are so entitled and usually Karens. You feel like your canine or feline should be able to go any and everywhere that you go, and it makes me sick. Your emotional support animal owners have no regard for anyone else in society's allergies or phobias. I saw a bitch and her bitch get a table in Longhorn Steakhouse directly across from me. I don't want a Great Dane staring me down while I'm trying to enjoy my T-bone. And past that, if you need so much emotional support that you can't go in a restaurant, order 2 for $20 and sit for an hour without man's best friend, you need to order Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or Postmates. Keep your emotionally unstable ass at home. Rest in peace, Jerry Stiller, and happy Festivus.
Wow. You know what? I just want to sick of
Don't hold it in, Patrice. It's only going to get worse if you hold it in.
Just can you answer?
Go ahead.
Like, why?
You get it out.
Because I'm sick of it all about. And I'm about to say,
I think Festivus should be all year. Like, I think it's important to get it out. You know what I'm saying? For your sanity.
Festivus for the rest of us.
I would be inclined to agree, but we're now in this place, and we ain't gonna talk about that because we talk about the holidays. But I'm gonna just say we're in this place where now everyone feels like everything has to be all positive vibes, high frequency all the time, and it's inauthentic because the reality is we live in a universe of duality. Okay, there is no love without hate, no light without dark. You have to embrace that shadow stuff that you feel sometimes so that you can work through it. All right, there is no Martin without Malcolm. There's no Gandhi without a Huey P. So if you think that all you can operate your life in is on positive energy, let me give you an example. Go outside, disconnect the negative charge from your car battery and see where the
Bro. Patrice, true. That's 100%. Days just bring out the duality in me too. Like even this holiday, like I feel like I'm halfway into the spirit of the holiday and I'm halfway out. Like I don't know. I don't even know. Like so we were posing questions earlier on Facebook about the holiday season. One of the questions we came up with was what was one of those questions?
Well, I had one which was what was your least favorite Christmas song, but you also had what's the worst gift you've ever gotten? Yeah. And is it the thought that counts?
Is it the thought
that counts?
That's the one I was thinking about. Is it the thought that counts? Me and Kevin were in here talking earlier. We're talking about, do you tell people what you want for Christmas, or do you allow people to, tell you what you want for Christmas? Which is, I can see it, multiple ways. Like, the way I grew up, it was none of that though. It's none of those, let me tell you what I want. No, you get what you get, and right? You get what you get, and you better be happy for it. And
we want to hear you guys in the comments. I didn't mean to cut you off, Anthony, but I see Rashawn Tate in here. I see Miko, who's another friend of the show, Teresa Concepcion, Susie Monroe, Brian King Tinkers in here. So let us know some of the answers to these questions so we can share them with you.
So is it the thought that counts? Like, I mean, if somebody gets you, gets you something and it's not maybe something that you feel like you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Are we in that space?
Well, to that, I'll just say, just like quickly, if it is the thought that counts, maybe think twice before you get me some. Maybe think again before you get me some goofy ass shit that you know I really like. No, I'm just joking.
I've had someone give me a watch, right? Which is to say, you need to be on time. I get it. I get it. I see where that's coming from. So, it is the thought that lets me know what you were thinking.
right. Think that. Hell no, it ain't the thought. My mama got me cold one year.
I mean, if you get me soap, does that mean I need to take a shower?
And what if it's like if I was online and I was like, oh, these are some nice little soaps. I'm sure Haywood would enjoy these black soaps made by black kings on these coast of the Ivory Coast. Like maybe, you know, and it's something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't necessarily mean you think like, but maybe you didn't want soap. Maybe you didn't need soap, but it was the thought that I was like, oh, Haywood might like that. Or no.
Doesn't it all depend on who's giving the gift? So like if you get something from a coworker, don't you expect it to be less thoughtful than if you were to get it from a best friend or someone who knows who you are? Yeah. Because at office parties, you can get those cookie tins filled with all the different cookies that you end up saving your sewing material and stuff in. And what else? You get re-gifted stuff.
What's that game we played? Dirty Santa?
No.
You know what's crazy? We live in a time now where people think it's rude to just give cash or cash app or gift cards, and I'm like, nah, that's your. I'd rather that. Let me go figure out what to do with it, just in case you up in the air about it. Just in case you.
That's the best. I mean, we got food for holidays, so we when it comes to Christmas, it's like,
What's the worst gift you've ever gotten?
I'll tell you guys, and I'll tell you why this is.
Did it come from Haywood? I first got to know before.
No. I'm a good gift giver.
He's going to go to one of our 3 Black Minutes comedians.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I know.
Oh, after? So I got some, and I know I said this on Instagram. I got some marble barrettes. Now, it was from my white friend. She was my best friend in 6th grade. And if she knew me, she was, you know, little black girls, by the time you hit 11, you want to take those damn marble barrettes out your head and you want to start wearing your hair out and wearing it different. She just didn't get it. She got me, like, I believe I got her like some Barbie dream house clothes and some furniture for her Barbie dream house. And I got some marble barrettes. It was the worst gift ever. I just thought she needed to come sit down at the dinner table with us a few times and understand the transition from 11 to like 12. Who gives someone marble barrettes?
It's shake and bake, and I helped.
I was about to say, from the gifts they gave during Thanksgiving to folks, to the natives, well, they might not be the best people to give gifts anyway, but
y'all keep me. See, I only got into the gift giving thing in the last, within the last 15, 20 years. So I said that to say, like, growing up, this was just another day. But now I do see you as like, okay, put a little thought into it. You kind of pay attention to where they're leaning, and then you say, hey, I thought of you when I got this.
Hold on, Woo said somebody gave her a chia pet. God, not chia. Oh my God.
That was a regift. Someone regifted her that.
But in the 5th, I feel like I got one in like the 5th grade, and I liked it. Like I was excited to like plan it and watch it grow. You know. Not y'all. Y'all are.
Never here for the chia pets.
Okay.
I wonder what
somebody could have got walnuts.
I've gotten for their worst gift. Maybe we'll find out on 3 Black Men.
Somebody could have got walnuts. Is that better than chin nuts? Chin nuts means you got this big old dick in your mouth.
So here at Black Think Tank, we have a segment where we like to interact with called 3 Black Minutes. And they have 3 minutes to talk about tonight's subject, and they have to be funny, or we have 3 minutes to roast them, basically. Our next 3 Black Minutes comedian, he literally just recorded a special. It was lit. He's giving you hospital realness right now. and we're gonna bring them up. And we are out for 3 Black Minutes.
Welcome to 3 Black Minutes, where comedians from all over have 3 Black Minutes to talk about tonight's subject. They have 3 Black Minutes to be funny, or we have 3 Black Minutes to roast them. Rob Love, Dwain Watts, 3 Black Minutes.
Dwain!
Hey, family, how y'all doing?
We good.
Look at you, look at this picture.
Y'all can hear me and everything? Y'all can hear me? I'm good?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hello, Aunt. Hey, Patrice. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Mufasa. Y'all good?
All right, it's only 3 minutes now.
All right.
Let's do it.
Look, I'm stretching. Here we go. I'm waiting. To be honest with you, I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting on my daughter to text me saying she's watching this because I told her to take a look at this. So, all right, bet. They on. Okay. All right. So what's up, y'all? I'm glad y'all on, and I'm glad my kids on, because technically what I got right here is for them. So just block this out. Hey kids, how y'all doing? Just want to tell y'all something. Due to certain financial circumstances, we are suspending our Christian faith and are now practicing Jehovah's Witnesses effective immediately. I will consider converting back either January 1st, 2021, or when the stimulus money hits my account, whichever comes first, okay? I feel the disappointment rushing over you as you hear me read this out loud, but to be fair, y'all grades were subpar, okay? Okay, so let's just call a spade, all right? I could have did better. I get it. I could have did better as a lot of things, but it's 2020. Ain't shit go right all year, all right? So fuck it. It is what it is. I mean, luckily I picked Jehovah's Witnesses. And what's so messed up about this rant that I'm giving is because Mufasa gave such a great history lesson on Kwanzaa. So what I'm about to say is ignorant as fuck. But at least it ain't Kwanzaa, because for whatever reason, Kwanzaa sounds like the I ain't got it holiday. You know what I mean? It's just like you want to give me wisdom instead of a PS5. That's just, no one signed for that. You know what I'm saying? You can take your Moja and give me 2 controllers. That's how I look at that. You know, right? Now with that being said, I'm going to do better. Don't cry. It's going to be good this year. I promise. Everything's going to be fine. Oh, okay. You didn't even have to text me. Okay, cool. They just left. They just left the chat. Wow. They just left. Okay, so now I got a solid 2 minutes to talk about some other things. This is difficult. This
3 minutes, yo. 3. You had about 5 minutes. You spent 5 minutes talking about.
He spent 5 minutes saying hi to everybody. Hi, Haywood. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Anthony.
What y'all witnessed was, listen. Now, as comedians, y'all just witnessed a nigga stretch time. That's what y'all just witnessed. Little material. Stretch the fuck out of it.
You look like a substitute nurse. Somebody said you look like a substitute nurse. I ain't trying to start no shit.
I already know who said it. I ain't even got to look. Was it Tink? I know who said it. I know who said it.
Because he's not going to take it.
I can't hear. You said what now?
You on the clock. You need to get back to work.
You better buy some gifts. You out there.
I am. I'm about to go back.
He worked for
I'm about to go back. Tink mother in here, and that put. I don't want. You know what? You're right. I am still in time, and it's fine. It's fine. I'm cool with that. I did my black 3 minutes. I'm proud of my black 3 minutes. But this was a letter to my children. I had to get this off to them, okay? Because they weren't answering my calls earlier.
Daddy, you've been working overtime for the past.
Okay, that's what we've been seeing you doing these little dances in that break room for the past 3 weeks. You ain't got no check yet.
No. First off, it's only been 2 posts, Negro. It's been 2 posts. I started Saturday, so get out of my face.
So wait a minute. You already sneaking away on the job after in your first 2 weeks on the job.
Do it.
That is what I
It's
like.
not the first 2 weeks. Haywood, again, I started Saturday. Okay, let's get clear. I started Saturday. I am doing this.
We go on break.
Yeah, I'm on break, nigga. Hey, y'all said black 3 minutes. This the black. Hey, I said black 3 minutes. This the black 3 minutes.
Dwain,
A lot of cable.
You said what?
Can I get some of that Atlanta cane behind you?
Social media.
But when he said they was gonna put their Christian beliefs on hold, though, that shit was funny.
I just had to look. I had to let them know. We on Christ is real, but we on hold for a second till my money come up. But my social media is Dwain Watts. I see it right here. On Instagram, I'm at Watts Comedy, and on Twitter, I'm on Laugh a Lot Watts. Follow either one. I appreciate it. Let me go back to work. And I love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Love you too, Dwayne. Thank you for coming on, man. We're so happy to have you.
Laugh a lot. Wow.
You saw that supervisor cut the Wi-Fi at the end. He was like, listen.
Yo.
Enough is enough, Negro.
I mean, that was hilarious. I feel like we should just go on into our second 3 Black Minutes.
Absolutely. The comments is crazy.
Definitely. Comments are off the chain. Y'all better be funny because these comments, they are letting Dwayne have it on these comments. Lord, guys, Terry. Hold on for 1 second.
Oh, God.
Woo.
Welcome to 3 Black Minutes, where comedians from all over have 3 Black Minutes to talk about tonight's subject. They have 3 Black Minutes to be funny, or we have 3 Black Minutes to roast them. Rob Love, Dwain Watts, 3 Black Minutes.
Our next 3 Black Minute comedian is the hilarious Rob Love. Give it up for Rob Love.
Hey, mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Mic check. Am I good?
Loud and clear.
Yes, you are good.
That's what's up, man. So let me jump in because this is a tough ass room, y'all. I'm like, damn, y'all came with the black power, then y'all go with the real black. Back on motherfucker. Okay, so here we go. So it's the thought that counts, and you know what I'm saying? What's the worst gift I got? So my shit gonna contradict a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So the worst gift I ever got was some motherfucking envelopes. A bitch gave me some envelopes. You know what I'm saying? Some envelopes because I was a writer at the time. I still write, but she like, you can write me out a little sweet shit. I was like, bitch, that's the most unthoughtful shit, you know what I'm saying, that I've ever got, you know. But it was slick selfish. I guess it was thoughtful, but it was selfish. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the kind of thought that counts. You know what I mean? I think it's the kind of thought that counts. You know what I mean? Because like it could be something you need, but you don't necessarily want. Like, you know what I'm saying? People who know me can hit me with a double roll or some toilet tissue stacked up because they know I shit a lot. They know me. If you know me, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna use that. You know what I'm saying? That's a thoughtful person. That's a thoughtful human being. It ain't, you know what I'm saying, like some smell good, it don't mean you funky like my guy, you know what I'm saying, Anthony said the black soap don't mean you stink, you know what I mean? So I just think it could be just nobody thinking about you is a thoughtful thing, but if they come with some bullshit, then fuck them, you know what I'm saying, and re-gift that shit. That's just what you do. Now, I felt like it was a personal attack early on the street talking about you can't live in a love vibration. I'm all love. You hear me? I gave up hate. I put hate away long time ago. So if the comments go off, then that's just your human right to go off. But let me let you know, you can vibrate on love and still vent. So I appreciate this opportunity to just vent. Let me let you know what I don't like about the holiday season. It's when you get your whole family together, people you ain't seen in a minute and people you see regularly, but you don't just hang all the time. And you get them farts. You get that after eat farts. You get a collaboration of farts. And I don't fuck with everybody farts. Like I don't need a room full of farts, like a house, like an airplane, like without the little suction thing. Like I don't fuck with. Let's eat in our separate rooms. You know what I'm saying? Let's eat outside. The collaboration of farts is not good for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's all y'all getting. This shit ain't y'all act like I'm paying. Y'all paying like. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me because I get love wherever I go. It is all love. You got a fantastic couple. This show is magnificent. You know what I'm saying? Before it became, you know what I'm saying, like the Showtime at the Apollo shit, it was real because y'all was informing. And then y'all got this little energy, you know what I'm saying? My guy with the Christmas vibe, you know what I'm saying? My girl up here with the sassy snaps and the you know what I'm saying? It's a great combination. So shout out to Black Think Tank.
Yo, where can they find you, Rob Love? Where can they find you? What else you got coming up?
$R Love Funny. That's my cash app. I should have put that instead of my name. But my name is R Love Funny. Everything Rob Love Funny on YouTube, all that. Man, I'm still on the grind. I'm COVID free. I'm healthy, so I'm still booking virtual and live. So hit me up.
Hey, yo, give it up for Rob
COVID
Love.
free and healthy.
Oh, yeah. I was going to tell them how somebody in the comments said if you're doing the comedy from your car, I mean, you live with your mama, but he was on a roll. I was like, I ain't even about to come in here and ruin the moment like that. And y'all are some savages.
That's his quiet place.
Y'all are on that eggnog tonight or something because y'all are in rare motherfucking form.
This is the Christmas Kwanzaa extravaganza.
Yo, that was great though. I mean, both of them though. I really enjoyed them. And Rob Love, we do pay for that segment. I mean, you might not be able to buy nothing but like a big bag of Twix from Costco's or something like that. You know, the mini Twix or something. But you gonna get something. Some.
Let's be honest.
That's what you smoke. You can get something.
He can buy some envelopes. And some stamps. He can buy the stamps for them envelopes.
And I don't want to be misinterpreted because I am all love until I ain't. But back to the
but the truth of the matter is, I'm only gonna fuck you up because I love you. I don't want you to go do this to nobody else. Don't go do this to nobody else. This is where it stops. You got your ass whooped because it needed to happen. It's called the gift.
Oh God. Oh, that was the other question. We didn't get to that. What about the whole mistletoe controversy? Because you know they canceled Baby It's Cold Outside a couple years ago or last year, which pissed me off. I was not here for that. Because baby, if it's that daggone what I just didn't feel like the song was that problematic for the time of when it came out. And also, girl, if you really don't want to stay there, anything less than him handcuffing you to a bedpost, you can leave. I don't care how goddamn cold it is outside. If I don't want to be somewhere, I'm gonna get to stepping. But
hang on the mistletoe. Do black people even hang? I don't feel like we do.
I've never seen black people with mistletoe in their house. I've never seen a black function with mistletoe ever.
I feel like that's why white people get mono a lot because they have mistletoe and they be kissing and stuff. Everybody's kissing everybody. Dogs.
Oh God, we're gonna get canceled.
Don't cancel us.
The thought of Anthony Patrice.
Allegedly. But for real, like,
you need to look at mistletoe, but I forget mistletoe does mean so. A lot of this stuff you have to remember. A lot of this stuff from the holiday comes from the Dutch country.
Holidays, it's the devil.
It comes from the Dutch country. So a lot of this stuff comes in from the Yuletide celebrations. Remember, Yuletide is different than Christmas, and they roll a lot. You know, the first countries that actually recognize the first states to recognize Christmas as a holiday is Alabama, Arkansas, and Louisiana. That should tell you all that you need to know about the holiday of Christmas in America.
What's your least favorite Christmas song?
I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Right.
I'll
drink to that. I understand. You got one, Tracy?
What niggas in the house?
I don't have a non-favorite. I like Christmas songs.
Y'all gonna be surprised.
Maybe Silent Night.
The Temptations version, though. Come on, you gotta like the Temptation in my mind.
Yeah, Tracy, I don't even know what to say right now. If you don't like the Temptations version of Silent Night,
the Temptations version. I just said I don't like Silent Night.
Oh, okay. Anthony, you got one?
Y'all judgmental. I ain't gonna give mine because
I'll tell you my least favorite.
Jingle bells is the worst, but it has racist
I ain't gonna speak to you. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of falsetto, so I don't know. I don't know if Silent Night is gonna be my favorite. From I don't care. Hey, well, we can fight. I know where you live. We can fight. You bigger, okay? And what?
Now I feel petty because my least favorite Christmas song.
I gotta fight Kevin. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, Miko said she hate Noel. I mean, that ain't. Oh, I can see it. I can see how people might not like the first one.
No, she said she hate no. She said she hate no. She hate no.
Oh,
But why is mine though? My least favorite Christmas song is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. My least favorite Christmas song is I don't like what it projects to children. I don't like the message that it sends. Let me tell you something, because it sends the message that you can be bullied, somebody can bully you, and you still come and save them in their time of need. Because don't forget, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, he didn't do shit to nobody except have a very shiny nose. That was something he could not even control. All he had was a shiny nose.
He had a lot of cocaine.
Rudolph was on that cocaine. That cocaine.
And all of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. That damn Donner and Blitzen and Spritzer and whoever the hell else was
Coleman,
they were German cokehead and crackhead.
Donner's German.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, they needed a real reindeer, and he decides that he's gonna fly off and save the day. And now all the reindeer love him.
Don't leave it out. Don't leave out that they had to give him an 8-ball in order for him to get through the ball. In order for him to guide them through, for that nose to light on up, they had to go ahead and get him on an 8-ball.
He couldn't play.
So it wasn't for free. He didn't do it for free.
He was always snorting the snow.
Hey.
Let's go.
Hey. All the girls standing in the line for the bathroom.
I used to call my daddy Rudolph. I didn't find out why until I was in my 20s. I was like, oh. He had a very shiny nose.
Somebody said the symbolizes black people in America.
Y'all crazy.
You said Jingle Bells. This is the worst Christmas song, and it's Jingle Bells, and you can look. You can
and
look.
They shot it out with glee. Fake ass. I can't stand that fake shit. Yo, no,
they never let Rudolph will go down in history, right?
or I would have went down in history as the damn reindeer that didn't go up there with them and they crashed and burned because they couldn't see nothing. It was a foggy Christmas Eve. They fell out the sky fucking with me.
Rudolph over there like, fucking reindeer. I told you, I got you, Santa. Fucking reindeer.
Rudolph was black though, because he did go down in history, but it's only for 1 month, just like we did Black History Month. So.
And he's the 13th warrior, because remember, it was 12 reindeer. He was the 13th warrior.
Somebody said they hate Jingle Bells too.
Jingle Bells is racist. Jingle Bells was literally refers to the bells that they used to put around so they couldn't run away.
Kind of like people not knowing you lit till you hit. I mean,
one horse open sleigh.
And then they want to be afraid. Yeah. Oh, one horse opens.
Somebody said Jingle Jangle sounds like something nasty. It does.
It does. And I want to know all about it.
That's what I think you do on your mistletoe.
I love that movie.
That Jingle Jangle.
I'm gonna Jingle on the mistletoe.
Shout out to Jingle Jangle.
Did Joe Jingle Jangle?
What's in my cup is what's in my cup.
Django is a Christmas movie also. Django's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Jingle Jangle is actually a Christmas, and it was a really good Christmas movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. You guys, please don't forget to donate. The money goes to our all of our constituents. It's at #the Black Think Tank. So make sure that if you could spare, we know it's the holiday season. If you could spare
alms for the how do you feel about this $600 stimulus? It's such a I'ma pray for you as stimulus.
Well, did you hear the latest news?
No, what's the latest news, Uncle Historian? You know you're the only one up on it.
The current president, the sitting president is saying, I'm pushing for $2,000 in stimulus. And I may not sign it if it don't get what I want. If you want that $2,000,
make me know it.
Ooh, we'll see.
Make me know it.
I'm taking whoever's sending me money. Listen, I'm only taking it off my reparations tab. That's how I feel about any of these coins. I'm taking it off my reparations tab. Y'all got a long way to go. Believe me.
Well, I ain't got my first
today, sir?
I ain't trying to say no. Let me get my first one, and then we can talk about how I feel about this next one, and then I have something to say. But I do feel like people have been making a lot of elitist comments on the social media webs today, on the internet. Like, you know, it's $600 is not going to bail someone out after we've been in this thing for 10 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, for real, that's not even realistic. How do you wrap your head around helping someone when other countries give them $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 per month, and here we are with a one-time $600 payment? I'm not down for that.
Richest country on the globe, allegedly. It's real disgusting and real. It's just like a real slap in the face.
Eat some of this poinsettia.
Well, I hear exactly what you guys are saying. This $600 is not, but remember now, this is going to count as income. So that initial $1,200 that folks got, along with the $600, is taxable income. So you don't want to receive $2,000 and have to pay tax and have that considered income.
You don't have to pay taxes on that.
We have to pay tax on this. Look it up. This is taxable income. That's the dilemma.
It's not.
That's the big deal. That's why I think they're keeping. That's why I personally think they're keeping that $600, because we know $600 or less, you really ain't got to claim.
I don't know. That sounds like the 5G tower.
You ain't got to tell me, girl. I definitely know.
No, really, look it up, because that first $1,200 is taxable income. I mean, this is all money that the government is going to be getting back at some point. That you have to claim this.
So
it's a slippery slope, man. It is a slippery slope when you start looking at what they.
Yeah, I feel like you need to look it up too, because I remember asking that question in the beginning. I don't think it's taxable, but we are.
You guys don't think so? Look it up and know.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Look it up and know. That's taxable income.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Hey, DJ Chanel be up in here. Sorry, I just saw DJ Chanel be, and I was about to start jamming again. She in the comments, yo, you did a great job on yesterday. We had so much fun turning up for Rashawn. We talked about y'all at the beginning of the segment and show. We definitely need to find out what's going on with all of that economics, cooperative or uncooperative. We need to know what's going on with the economics. But do you all have any final thoughts before we get out of here, either about anything at this point, before we wish everyone merry whatever it is that you celebrate with turnip seeds?
Haywood was wrong. It was a tax credit.
That was such a nice way to come in. Haywood was wrong.
I just dropped it in the chat what Forbes says, and Forbes is a good business resource to look at. It's not your.
What were you going to say though? What did Forbes say? You just dropped it in there, but
I just dropped it in the chat. Ladies, all I would like to say is have a safe. Wear your mask. Remember, your life is not taxable. And remember, please do not take the first round of what is that shit called?
The vaccine.
The vaccine. It's like an iPhone. Wait till the second or third release. See what happens.
Vaccine 12.
Haywood, you took what I was gonna say. I said I don't care how many people they show on TV getting it. They keep trying to get all these people. The Surgeon General talk about LeBron James need to get on TV and take the vaccine publicly. No, he don't. He need to shut up and dribble. Ain't that what y'all told LeBron James to do? Was shut up and dribble? He was talking about Black Lives Matter and police brutality. He ain't about to say shit about y'all vaccine. Okay. And that's my final thought. Anthony, on to you.
Final thought. I just want everybody to stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe, mask up. If you don't have to go to see your family, then just don't. Everybody's just trying to stay safe, because I just want everybody to live to see the new year. So that's my priority. That. So staying safe. Ain't no shows, child. All the shows.
I do.
Listen, we love you all. I see some other final thoughts in here. Brian said, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and wish you all nothing but success in the new year. Gina G said, happy holidays, beautiful people. Listen, we really, really love you all who come in here. Woo woo said happy holidays and love. We love you all so much. We really just come in here to have a good time and vibe and be informative. And we love the fact that y'all come and do it with us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully we see y'all, Lord willing, next Tuesday.
But before you guys leave, just be mindful that February 7th, we have a live show at the Arlington Cinema and Draft House Theater. That's like the first Sunday in Black History Month. Black Think Tank is taking it on the road. We will have our podcast with our hosts, Patrice and Anthony, and the squad in the building. And then we will have some comedy with Patrice and Anthony and the squad in the building. Hey, it don't stop. It don't quit. 2021, Tracy's right. That shit ain't taxed. I didn't know.
Cause we black, y'all, and we black, y'all, and we black, and we black,
We really just wanted to create a space where we could, discuss